everybody, welcome back to another studio blog. Today we're going to be working on batches of Perler bead magnets, which will go up on sale this upcoming weekend for the Art Association end of year sale. They're going to be magnets, so if you think somebody in your life needs some really cool magnets from nostalgia, that's a Game Boy or a Pokeball, by all means come down to the University of Houston Clear Lake. We're going to be selling from December 6th to December 11th. It's going to be some box, and they're going to be bundled in a 4-pack baggie if you want to grab some. But today we're going to be working on some of these, and let me tell you, these are work. I really enjoy making them though, so it's not really like that out of place for me to work on. I do have to set them up, and the way that melty beads work is kind of fascinating, so I will tell you guys more after I'm done vibing over here.
Okay, she cooked. Miss Inko, her new single. Okay, she said, I'm gonna turn it up. Okay. Well, that happens. Yeah, let me go through. Yeah. I got a little block cat. That's so cute. Name one small thing I did well today. Well, I'm gonna be doing those perlers, and that's one small thing I did well today because I set it up. I don't know how it's gonna come out, but I'll take it.
If you're wondering what that was, that's my Finch app. It has been helping me keep track of just taking care of myself and just mentally get tasks done. So it's like a backup to the backup to the backup, just so I can, again, function like a normal human being. So yes, melty beads. They're a very temperamental kind of material because it's plastic, but the plastic don't work the way you think it would be. So you see me here iron out the beads because they're, in this individual small little trinkets, and you have to lay them out on a peg. And if for whatever reason the beads move while they're on the peg, or if you put the iron too hot, it will melt the peg with the beads. Or sometimes, which is unfortunate, and you can see here with the wax paper that I'm using, sometimes the beads melt way too much and they stick to your paper and the paper will rip. So you have to have a little bit of a sweet spot with it. And also here, because my tables in the studio are glass, I'm also afraid that they're gonna break because of temperature shock, right? So it's all right. I'm trying to mitigate some of that damage. So I put down a old book that I have just to kind of make a little bit of a buffer. So that way, one, I don't burn my glass, and two, I have some kind of a flat surface to, put pressure on. And I have this little sponge from ceramics to help me just kind of flip things over, because I do like to iron out both sides just to make sure that if one side came out ugly, there's the other side, so I can, give myself a little bit of grace and wiggle room, because like I said, this material is very temperamental. And you saw me remove the peg, because once I remove the peg, then I can really put pressure on it, because as you iron them out, you have to press down on them just so the plastic can melt in the right direction. Otherwise it won't really do anything. It's just going to be gooey. which, you know, is an interesting thought. But shit's hot, so I don't want to burn myself. So that's part of why I'm kind of just making sure that I pace myself with it. And usually this process of ironing things out in big batches like these takes me like an hour and a half, maybe two, depending on like how big the perler beads are, just, you know, the amount of them, and also if, you know, the wax paper is willing to cooperate with me, which sometimes it didn't. So here I have to like grab some tweezers to just grab them out, and you can see that they're kind of gooey. Another part of it too is that they have to cool and lay down flat, otherwise they're gonna warp, and I don't like that for my designs. And you'll sort of see the setup because I had to set up books to put down the pressure as some of these cool off, and you'll see it in a little bit. But yeah, like it's this whole room operation that I have to situate just to make some of these perlers, which again, depending on the size, would, you know, be easy to set up or it won't. So you'll understand once you like move on to the next shot. Here I'm just gonna finish ironing out this little part, and then you'll see what I'm talking about.
So here is where things are at. Yes, I'm in PJs. Hi. There we go. Hi. This is how I get them all flat and set up. Unfortunately, we do have some B grades in here, but I have to set this up every single time that I do the perler beads. So hopefully they dry flat and they don't stick to anything. These books are my own books from my own collection from the shelves over here. And it always sucks having to do all of this every single time for every single batch because I can only make so much. But anyway, this is how we do it. And yeah, so the books come from that shelf. Desk is right here. I'll unplug that. But yeah, in a little bit I'll like record how they came out eventually, and then we'll prep them. So here's the batch, y'all. I don't know if it will be super nice. There we go. So here's the batch. It's all together now, and I don't know. We have some casualties in this batch too. So this will have to be a B grade because this one isn't great. The screen fucked up and the beads all got fucked up together. They're all melted. And also this one got out of line. So this is a B grade. This is how it's supposed to look like. So this will be fine. I wish it had like a better melt, but this is the best that we can do right now. So this is what we have. So this is an A grade. So B grade, A grade. This one also looks like an A grade. Yeah. This is the one that I'm most worried about. So it looks like it went mostly through. It's starting to feel like a B grade. I didn't do the backside because I wasn't sure about it, but it's starting to like undo. So I'm gonna put you on the B grade, unfortunately. This is an A grade. This is also an A grade. Now, this is the casualty that I was talking about. This is what I mean when sometimes products don't work well. This will definitely be a B grade because it's not supposed to happen. So B grade. I want to say this is more of an A grade, even though the back was a little ugly because it got stuck to the paper. But we can work with that. I'll put this in the A grade pile. This is really smooth actually. Also A grade. We got a lot of A grade purples, so And the blue here also feels really like an A grade, even though, again, some mess up on the backside, but A grade. And I'm not sure about this one, but we could put it on the maybe pile. These two are maybe piles. These are definitely A grade. So we finally got some blue A grades. Great. And that's kind of how I made the batches, and I hope that I can make some more soon. But that's how I do my Perler beads, and I have other designs that I want to do later in time. But this will do for now. So thank you guys so much for joining me today. Now you know what the process is like, and it's very intensive, and overall it's like 2 hours of just ironing and waiting for things to just go the way that it needs to. I'm gonna make this into like half and half necklaces. I don't know, we'll see. But anyway, I'll be parting from here. Cue the edit and Diana with like the voiceover for the closing thoughts.
Back here with Edit and Diana. Hello, me from the past. Thank you. So how are we gonna prep them? Well, you see here that I have some magnets, some scissors, some X-Acto knives, a hot glue gun, and then a different batch that I did, like, you know, before everything else. And we're gonna turn these into magnets. So we have Pokeballs here, Great Balls, the Game Boys, and then 2 random balloons that I just found from like previous stash from like years ago. So how are we gonna prep them as magnets? Well, you'll see. These old magnets my mom had found such a long time ago, and I knew that I could use them because they were light enough, but I just needed to get their sticker off so I can cut them to size for, you know, what I need. So that's part of why I'm using an X-Acto knife, because these bitches are stuck to the magnet backing so like adhere to it that it's kind of hard to just peel it off, and you'll see that I'm like pulling. It doesn't help that like the magnet backing is really flimsy, so it really does take a little bit of force to like do. So I ended up doing that for every other magnet that I had, and I had like a good 20 or so, I want to say. But yeah, we're gonna be putting some of these magnet strips on the backside of the Perlers, and we're gonna glue them with a hot glue gun, because one, it's relatively accessible, and 2, it's easy to just glue on, because again, it's plastic and it's hot with more silicone, so it adheres better. If it was like a different kind of material, then yeah, I would need to use super glue, which I do have, and I ended up using that for a different product commission for a friend and one of my patrons who wanted a get you, I guess, like, I want to say like Christmas tree ornament like thing. So that was what we did for him specifically. But yeah, you're just gonna see me kind of just prep my space, because I'm cutting things as my hot glue gun is like dripping down the silicone, and shit's hard, shit's super hot too, and I don't want to burn myself. So I'm trying to lay down the Pokeballs where I want the magnet to be, so I can just, like, you know, let it droop, or let the silicone droop to where it needs to be, and then just plop in a little bit more, push down the magnet backing, and set it to the side, because we have quite a bit of these to go through. We have 8 Pokeballs to go through, and about 20 Game Boy Perler magnets that we have to make. And I really had to do some research as well, going online to just make sure that I got some of the official colors down in the Perler beads that I have. And I did see that they had like the classic brick Game Boy with, you know, the gray, and then they had the Game Color with a different kind of shell to it. So I thought of matching the shells to what I do have and just kind of create different flavors, if you would so pretend them to be, with like the different shell casings. So we made the gray, the yellows, the blues, the reds. We made a purple. We made some teals. I made an orange one. And like I said in earlier in the video, some of them are casualties because they ended up being B grades. If the reception is really good for these magnets to, you know, sell at the art store, art fair, whatever you want to call it, then I will probably add more of these to my coffee shop for order. If this is something that you're interested in or you think is really cute or whatever, then by all means I'm willing to sell them, you know, with like the assorted colors in a bag of 4, like I said. And just leave me down a comment if you will buy some of these for yourself, your friend, somebody that you know, your kids maybe, I don't know. One thing I do want to mention is that sometimes because of the silicone it will poke through if it's not like melted properly through the melty beads. So I'm trying to find the sweet spot for the material because I do have like some old material that got mixed in with the new material. So maybe that's what's gonna happen with the B grades. Now, just to clarify, an A grade is like the top quality, best quality that I can produce for a product. A B grade, it just means that it has some kind of defect and it will be sold at a discount. So I probably will also put the B grades on a discount if people like want to have these but can't afford them because of whatever reason, right? So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I'm thinking of like setting up some Perler bead magnets like these for the future coffee shop, art shop, you want to call it, and for like tabling events too. I think they will be really nice and really neat. I plan on making, you know, more Game Boys like this. I probably will do as the advanced model as well. I have to figure out the design for it. I want to do a set for Animal Crossing with the bell bag, the leaf item, a fossil, and then probably a gyroid maybe, as well as doing the rupees for The Legend of Zelda. And I will do the Pokeball sets because as you saw, I had the normal Pokeball and the Great Ball. I am trying to figure out the Master Ball and the Ultra Ball to just have a set of 4. And maybe I'll expand into other things if I am able to find a design for it. So let me know if that's something that you think might be a thing or not. And I probably could also do something like that too for stickers. I'm not really sure. Or, you know, just let me know what you guys think might be, you know, cool to see. I'm not trying to fish for ideas. I just want to see and test the temperature of like the audience to see what that might look like for the future. Because it's always nice to ask what people would like to see from me, just in general. Again, I'm not gonna like do a huge deal about it, but you know, I'm hoping that with some of these I can get them off my shelf into some loving homes that will really enjoy it. And you know, it goes to support an artist trying to make her dream come to life. So yeah, I'm just gonna clean them up, set them up, just double check that everything goes well, that everything is where it's supposed to be, clean up my area, and start packaging them for product photos as well as just, you know, general stock. And that's what it's gonna look like. Those are the little baggies, and I'm putting 4 different colors in a little bag. I might just do like assorted colors, or I might just do one single color. Depends on like the temperature and how well these sell. Because if these don't sell, then what's the point, right? But anyway, that's pretty much the prep for these Perler big magnets. If you made it this far into the video, thank you so much. I also want to thank my patrons for helping me support my dream endeavors, because I think that it's really cool with the things that I do, and they believe me and they believe in the art that I do. So If you want to check out my Patreon, you're more than welcome to. The link is down in the description below. My patrons get a lot of perks. They are able to see some more plans, some more behind the scenes, some exclusive content, as well as seeing these YouTube videos uploaded as soon as they're done, before they even are released to the YouTube channel. And they are able to get to know me in a more personal level, as well as access to a Discord server and discounts for the shop once the shop opens. I do plan on having that, be a perk that they also receive. If you're unable to support me through Patreon, you're more than welcome to support me via a comment or a like, or if you think my stuff is really cool and you want to see more of that stuff, you're more than welcome to subscribe. Otherwise, you can just interact with me in social media if that's something that you're comfortable with. I hope that you guys enjoyed this studio tour on how to prep things, and I hope I get to see you guys in the art sale that is happening like right now when this video gets uploaded. But anyway, thank you guys so much for everything, and I hope I get to see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.